So hi everybody. It's already 2 p.m. All right. Somebody asked me. Somebody asked me why whether my hair was cut. No, my hair is still there. All right. So welcome to this class. My name is Wendy Ologe, and I'm a parent coach. I'm the founder of the Intentional Parent Academy. All right. If you're joining me for the very first time, you're watching me from wherever, please, I would like you to tell me where you're watching me from and to also um, give me thumbs up. Tell me where you're watching me from. Tell me, say hi, I'm watching from so and so place. That will make this conversation quite engaging, interesting. I can see that a lot of people are already logged on already. Right, okay. I know that when we shared this topic, how to parent a strong-willed child, oh my, a lot of parents have trolled me since the day I shared it. That's one of the reasons why I try to share topic just a day, before the conversations on Tuesday. So we're here every Tuesday, sharing on one topic or the other. And today we are looking at the topic, how to raise the strong-willed child, right? Hi, Ruth Baba. Hi, Onyinye. Hi, Ayomide. My people are here. All right. Hi, Udoka. I see you. Thank you all for joining me. All right. So just tell me hi and tell me where you're watching me from. Hi, Soto. Hi, sis. All right. Sending you plenty of love. Thank you so much for watching and joining me. All right. Hi from Abuja. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, everyone. All right. So if you just get in here, just tell me where you're watching me from, and then share, your name or say hi, and that will pretty really be appreciated. I'm going to run a brief introduction of me because I know that I do not want to assume that everybody who is watching me know me. Yep. My name is Wendy Ologe. I'm the founder of the Intentional Parent Academy. The Intentional Parent Academy is an academy that helps parents on their journey from one point to another. So I see that parenting is a learned skill. Why do you want to go and learn how to drive, learn how to, give birth and all that and all that? We attend birthing classes, breastfeeding classes, and all that. Why not for parenting classes? And I have seen that it is one of the biggest challenges that we have in our society today. That is what the Intentional Parent Academy is about. So I am also the convener of one of the biggest parenting conferences that runs globally. It's called the Intentional Parent Conference. It runs every year. This year's one was explosive. You can catch a replay on our YouTube channel. And also I'm also the convener of the Facebook group called, I'm sure the Facebook group members watching me, called The Intentional Parent. The Intentional Parent would like to brag about the Intentional Parent. We were named the most relevant parenting group in Africa. That gave us access to actually run the only living subscription parenting group in Africa ever that you have ever seen. All right. So that led us to go represent Africa sometime last year in California. So that's what I do. And I'm also an author of best-selling parenting books. If you do not have any copy of those books, trust me, you are missing a lot. So I urge you to actually go get copies of those books and roll. Yes, Connect to Correct and The Discipline That Works, and From Yelling to Calm. These books have sold over 10,000 copies in a while. And recently, quite recently, we started to do, to build guides to be able to help parents. So we understand that a lot of people are not able to actually just sit back, just read a lot of these books and all that. So we've made it a lot more easier, building plans, building guides to help parents to actually be able to work on a lot of the things that we are doing. All right. So, and that has helped many parents. So in the recent times, we've had 4 guides. All right, a guide on how to work on screen time around your home, a guide on how to build family values, because we believe that family values are great in structuring your home, and also guides on family meetings, and also a guide on building life skills. If you were not at the webinar last Tuesday, trust me, you missed a lot. Go back to that webinar and thank me later. That webinar was on 13 skills every child should have before they turn 13. It was explosive. So today, we're going to ride right into it. And we're talking about how to raise the strong-willed child. This topic. I've also been in a place where I have seen raising how parenting a strong-willed child. So this made me to go into a lot of research, doing courses, doing a lot of things to be able to understand this set of people. A lot of the times I've heard people say that, it's the same. It's not the same. Raising the strong-willed child is different from raising the child that will just naturally will to the things that you say. So if you have a strong-willed child like I do, write in the comment section and tell me, yes, I have a strong-willed child. This class is for people dealing with the strong-willed child. If you do not have a strong-willed child, it's also good that, that you're here and that you're learning, right? So thank you all for joining me. I see you all right? So we're looking at raising the strong-willed child. The truth is, no matter what you've ever heard, is that some children are tougher to raise. That's the truth. Some children are tougher to raise. It's a lot more tougher to raise some children. So have you ever been at the airport, and then you have these children all seated, all well behaved, or maybe in a public place, right? Yes. And then all well behaved and all that. And then you're sitting and then you're wondering, the other children are sitting. Then maybe you have your strong-willed child and they are running all over the place. And then people are looking at you like, she's not training them well. I know how it feels. Yeah. People look at you like, she's not training them well. That's why they are just all over the place. And it can actually be very exasperating. As in, it can be really, really, really tough. So I know this. I know this because I've been there, right? So, and I also grew up being one as well. So I know what it means to actually raise or be a strong-willed child. So being a strong-willed child and raising a strong-willed child can actually be, a lot. So people want to judge you, to say that, oh no, you are not, doing this right. Sorry, give me a minute. Let me put on my lights. I just realized that was forgotten, right? Okay, I'm hoping that this looks better. All right, so people actually want you to think, or people want it to look like you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But the truth of the matter is that that's not true. That's not true. Some children are actually a lot more tougher, to actually raise. So they are not like your everyday child. So it's tougher. So is it tougher to raise a strong-willed child? Yes. That's the conversation that we're having today. But what we're now saying is it that we're just going to let them? No. There's also a way that you can, help this strong-willed child to be able to parent them a lot more better and to be able to help them through whatever it is that they need to go through. So that's what this, class is about. So, like I said, if you're asking why I qualified to teach this class, apart from the fact that I have been able to teach a lot of parents about this class, I have also been there where I am a strong-willed child and also where I am raising one as well. So my son is, extremely strong-willed. The children that ask you why for everything. So there must be a reason. Sorry, my light is a bit too much. So there must be a reason why they want to do what they want to. At a point in time, you find out that this set of children call your bluff. So this set of children call your bluff on many occasions, and a lot of the times that's not what you're told. So someone said to me, Coach, that's why anytime you say don't hit, don't yell, I'm wondering how I can do it, because I have two strong-willed children and I don't know how to deal with it. I agree with you. It is tougher, it's more difficult, and it's really, really a lot. So the reward for doing a good job on parenting is worth everything. That's the truth. All right. The reward on doing a good job on parenting is worth everything. Okay. So it's worth it that you need to do a good job. Yes. Whatever time that you're putting in, it's worth it. Trust me. Whatever investment you're making, it's worth it eventually. So adult leadership for the strong-willed child is rarely accepted. All right. So even when you ask them to face punishment, of course, where they ask you why. Oh yes, they ask you why. They ask you why for everything. They are constantly asking you why. All right. So adult leadership is actually rarely accepted. Okay. Adult leadership is rarely accepted for this set of children. They do not want to accept, the adults in their lives, right? They do not want to accept the leadership of the adults in their life. But of course, you know that you are the one leading this child. So you know that this child actually needs the adult leadership. So they need it to actually survive. They need the structure. They require whatever it is that it takes. And so they put you on a huge strain. They are the set of children that when you say something, they remind you that you lied about something the last time. All right, so this set of children requires that you actually put in a lot of work, extra kind of work, to be able to do what you do. So, all right, so they challenge you, they find you worthy. Now, they find you worthy. It is only when they find you worthy that they can actually follow through. If they do not find you worthy, it's going to be really pretty difficult to actually deal with them. So we must face it. Some children have just, so easy, they are so easy to lead. While some other children, they are not easy. They are not easy. You need an extra, work to do on them. Now, what happens to the strong-willed child? All right? What happens to the strong-willed child? We need to understand that children are not the same. So, for instance, I have a set of twins. One is strong-willed, one is the easygoing child. The child that you find it easy to give instructions, you find it easy to tell them what to do, and they just accept it. Then I have a strong-willed child. I say they are a set of twins. So imagine having a set of twins, and one is constantly asking you, why? Why must I do what you said? So the tendency to actually compare can actually be pretty high for a strong-willed children. And for parents, a lot of the times who have one strong-willed child, one easygoing child, they find themselves comparing a lot of the times. And when that happens, you begin to now create strife. I've seen that happen in a lot of adults, where there's a lot of strife in the adult child, right? So the strong-willed child is being torn, because the strong-willed child is being called a lot of names. They are constantly disciplined because they are the ones that will question your authority. For of course, they are constantly disciplined. They are constantly being threatened. And very often, this causes a lot of sibling rivalry. So they are constantly being told, oh, you're not this, oh, you're not that. The tendency for us to say the things we shouldn't say to a child who is easygoing and who is a strong-willed is actually pretty very high for a strong-willed child. So the easygoing child needs, let me tell you the difference. The problem is that we don't even understand that the easygoing child seeks approval. So the easygoing child is constantly looking for approval. The strong-willed child is not interested in your approval. So that doesn't really, strike them like something they want to. So they're not seeking for approval. But your strong-willed child is, looking at your easygoing child is looking for approval. So that's why they are compliant, right? So the strong-willed child is built not to seek approvals. So the easygoing child is compliant because that's the way they have been built. All right. So the seek approval, but the strong-willed child wouldn't. Okay. So that's the difference between the strong-willed child. Interestingly, there's a child that is also in between these two. All right. So a lot of times, parents don't even understand that there are other children who are also in between these two. Right. Someone is asking if they could share the video. Yes, you can share. You can share the video if you can share. I think from my timeline, you'll be able to share this video for others to catch up. right? So there's a child that is in between the two. This child that is in between the two, the difference, is that this child is we call this child the sneaky child, because this child is the child that they're not really strong-willed because they won't call your bluff in front of you, but they are not also very compliant. So they will do the things you told them not to do when you're not around. So we call them the sneaky children. So they will sneak around and let you say what you want to say. And then at the back somewhere, they are doing what they want to do. So these are the three different kind of children that we're talking about. The strong-willed child, the compliant child, and the sneaky child, which is the child that is in between. But today we're not talking about the compliant child or the sneaky child. We are still going to do some session on that. But today we're concentrating on the strong-willed child. So the strong-willed child, the difference between these children is in the strength of their will. Is in the strength of their will. Now, a lot of parents see the strength of their will as a disadvantage. I don't agree. There's a lot of advantages on raising a strong-willed child. Yes, they are tough. Yes, it's difficult to raise them. But if you're able to actually get to these children, right? If you're able to get to these children, you will be able to find it easier. Because both the sneaky child and the compliant child is not really exhibiting, saying it all, right? So because the compliant child is seeking attention, they can take your bullshit. It's okay. So because the sneaky child doesn't want you to see them as somebody who is doing this or that, it's fine. They can stay in that mood. When you go out, they do what they want to do. So hey, you're there, they please you. You're not there, they just go away, right? So, but the strong child is going to tell you, this is the strength of my will. This is the strength of my will, and I'm going to say it. Is having a strong-willed child a bad trait? No. You see all those parents who, keep talking, keep coming to you and saying, oh, because your child is strong-willed, so they feel, I think parents who don't have a strong-willed child at all might not understand some of these things that we're saying. Because they just feel, why will a child do that? Why will a child, question my authority? Oh, why will a child do this, that? But when you have a strong-willed child, you understand a lot, that parents actually go through, which is why those judgmental eyes happen when you're in public places and you're raising, a strong-willed child, right? So if you're in those places and you're raising this strong-willed child, all right, you will understand that it's not as easy as the parents who just have the compliant children and they are just, putting it all out there. All right, so I said, is having a strong-willed child a bad trait? No, it's not. It's not a bad trait at all, right? You need to understand how you can manage them. Now, it is the how that is the real crux of the matter. Because these people will look you in the face and tell you no. And then you're wondering, what are they saying? They are the ones that want to carve out a niche for themselves. They are good entrepreneurs a lot of the times, all right? Amazing entrepreneurs, all right? So the question now you want to ask is, how do I know that I have a strong-willed child? How do I know that I'm parenting a strong-willed child? Number one of the biggest challenges of a strong-willed child is intense angry outbursts. Yes, intense angry outbursts, because a lot of the times we're constantly trying to break their will. So they are constantly fighting it. So it makes them have a lot of intense angry outbursts. So they are outbursting. And because a lot of us do not understand these threats, we actually tend to, all right, struggle with them. So when they do a lot of the things that they do, we fight. And when we fight, they outburst in anger. And when they outburst in anger, we also match it with our own our own quantum of anger as well. So we push it back to back. All right. So that doesn't help the strong-willed child. The worst thing you want to do is to match the intense angry outburst with your own angry outburst as well. You're going to mess up things. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of us, do. Another thing that happens, if you want to know that you have a strong-willed child, you're raising a strong-willed child, is that they demand to know why. Why? Why? They are the ones that will ask you why, and then follow it up with telling you that after all, the other time, my son will tell you the other time, you said that this happened, but that wasn't what you did. They are the ones that will question question everything that you think you know. They will question your parenting strategies, right? They will question what you're doing. And at some point you're thinking, do I really, do I really know what it is that I'm doing? And then they get to a point where you begin to question yourself. Am I really a good parent? Yes, that's the strong-willed child. They question everything. All right. The third thing is that they argue a lot. They love to engage in power struggles. They argue a lot. They love to engage in power struggles. So when they engage in power struggles, when they bring it on, you bring it on. What happens is that we bring it on and match their struggles. And then we set everywhere on fire. And then we keep saying, no, they don't listen. No, they don't listen. Because we don't really know exactly what it is that we need to do with this set of children. That is actually why we do the things that we do. So you create that tussle. So they keep arguing a lot and they engage in those power struggles. They are ever ready. All right? They are ever ready. They are ever ready for you. So when you bring it on, they will bring it. In fact, at some point you'll be asking yourself, what did I do? All right. So every time you don't know what to do with them, you are going to see yourself, engage in power struggles. Another thing is that they are very bossy. A lot of the times I've seen parents talk about bullying, right? Talk about bullying, and people don't want to agree that their children could be the bullies. My son could be a bully. I saw it from day one, and I started working on it. Many times we lie to ourselves about who our children are, but if you're able to actually sit back and understand them, it gives you the wings to be able to fly and parent these children better. So they are actually very bossy. They want to be in command. They want to be in control. I'm a strong-willed child, so I know it like I know my name. If you know me, any of my classmates that's watching me here will attest to that. They want to lead. They want you to just follow, right? So this is one of the threats of having a strong-willed child. Another thing is that they refuse to do the things that they don't want to do. I don't want to do it. According to one of my friend's sons, he told me one day, I don't want to like it. As in, I was telling him, asking him, I'm telling him to actually take something. And he looked me in the face and said, Auntie Wendy, I don't want to like it. This kind, if you're thinking that you're coming here to come and, cajole me, no, I don't want to like it. So they are the ones that look in the face and say those things to you. They are very impatient. Because a lot of people do not seem to understand where they are coming from. So they are impatient, right? They are impatient. They are, they just don't want to. I beg. These people don't understand. They are fast movers. It's been said that they actually make amazing entrepreneurs because they are crazy. They think about the things that people will probably not think about. All right, so they are crazy. They take risk, right? So they are able to take risk. So they are also very, very impatient. They make their own rules. People don't make rules for them. So if you have a child who likes to make their own rules, it is my way, my way, then you are raising a strong-willed child. How do you know that you're raising a strong-willed child? They insist on getting what they think they deserve. They think they deserve this thing. They are going to fight it to the end. They want to insist. They want to say, no, I know that I deserve this. So I know that I deserve it. So it means that I am going to go all the way to make sure that I get this. That is a strong-willed child. They ignore warning that they don't want to hear. You're talking to them. Many times parents come to me and say, Ma, you said we should stop yelling. But when I talk, this child, this particular son of mine, they do, when they don't want to hear what you're saying, they do like they're not listening to you. That's a strong-willed child. They move at their own pace. If they decide that they want to be lazy about something, oh my goodness, they will just be dragging themselves. So they will just be, dragging themselves, just doing whatever it is that they just think that they should be doing, and all that and all that. Ah, that's a strong-willed child. All right. Another thing that you want to know about the strong-willed child is that they are also, pretty not so easy to be swayed, right? They're not so easy to be swayed. So you need to give them reasons. You need to give cogent reasons, for them to actually agree with you that what you're saying is right. So for you to lead a strong-willed child, you need a lot to be able to put in place. Now, let me tell you what has happened to a lot of the people who were strong-willed, and they were growing up. Some of them were actually squashed. So we call them names. We call them not wanting to listen. We call them all sorts of names, and that has, that actually broke a lot of the strong wills of the strong-willed children in our days. So a lot of the parents thought, no, this is the only way to get you to submit to my authority. And they did a lot of that and squashed that. However, that broke some entrepreneurs that we could have had. People who are willing to take any kind of risk without minding that where this thing is actually going to, land them to. All right. So it is important that we understand how to deal with these children, because I tell you, having a strong-willed child is an asset. My parents raised about two of us out of five being strong-willed, and I tell you, they were an asset to my parents. So having a strong-willed child could be an asset to you, instead of you sitting back to say things. And these are the children, that we actually want to speak words, to. They stubborn, or they don't like to listen, and we keep calling them names. And a lot of the times we actually deal with their self-esteem. It happens a lot of the times. A lot of strong-willed children struggle with self-esteem, and this has actually been seen in a lot of the homes, especially in our times. All right. So, what are some of the advantages of having a strong-willed child? The truth is, your strong-willed child is prone to power struggles because they are experimental learners. So the strong-willed child are experimental learners. They want to experiment before they learn. They don't want you telling them that this is how it is. Allow them to try it. It's one of the greatest ways to actually help your strong-willed child and teach them. The more they try it, the more they are able to actually understand what they are doing, and it helps them. So they are not just being difficult. That's another point that you must note. They are not just being difficult. They feel that their integrity is what matters. They are passionate about life. When they believe in something, they believe in the thing to the end. So they are extremely passionate about the things that they believe in, which is why, like I said, they make great entrepreneurs. So when they believe that this paper, for instance, is going to make them money, right? So you will see that they will chase that paper to the end. That's your strong-willed child. So it's been known, over the years that they make great leaders as well. All right, great leaders as well. Someone said, as if I'm talking about their child. Yes, he's a general character. I have a strong-willed child, so I'm able to describe. And like I said, I have also been there. All right, so you are able to. They feel quite they're feeling passionate about a lot of things that they are. Now, we're getting there. We're 30 minutes, gone. How do you raise a strong-willed child? How do you raise a strong-willed child? I'm going to share a few things that you must note for you to know how to raise a strong-willed child. And then, share for the time. We have just 30 minutes, so we have 1 hour. If we're going to share all about strong-willed children, then, of course, we're going to be here talk. So I'm going to also put this, in perspective and also help you see this, better. You need to remember that your strong-willed child is an experimental learner. I'm going to share this, and then I'm also going to share with you some phrases that you can use with your strong-willed child, like 5 of them, what you can replace, all right, with them, and then we're able to now work it from there. The first thing you want to remember is that they are experimental learners. They are going to experiment. They are going to experiment with a lot of things. So they are experimental learners. Have you ever seen your children, your strong-willed child, you're trying to show the child and say, no, I want to try it. I want to do it. Right? If you have a strong-willed child, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. I want to try before I believe what you're saying. All right? Before I believe what you're saying. So they want to believe you when they actually have tried that you have mastery. So they believe in mastery. They want mastery more than anything else. They want mastery more than anything else. That's your strong-willed child. Pro tip: your child who feels more independent and in charge of themselves will have less need to be oppositional. So if you're dealing with a child that is strong-willed and you are, helping your child understand, mastery, you're helping your child teach your child what they need to know, your child will be less oppositional. The problem is that we are fighting. So we put out the war, and the children also put out the war for us. So you want to, the worst people you want to use force on is a strong-willed child. Trust me. That's the worst child you want to use force on because they resist it. They will resist it. So because their understanding of these things is mastery. So because they love mastery more than any other thing that you can think about, they are going to be, able to become independent very early. So if you have a strong-willed child, you need to actually help your strong-willed child learn life skills early. It will help you not to fight these battles. Last week, we talked about 13 skills every child must learn before they turn 13. If you have a strong-willed child, in fact, I will advise that you get a copy of that guide. 13 skills every child should learn before they turn 13. It's going to help you put structure. Now, one of the things that you want to do, like I said that when they have these skills, they will become less oppositional. They're not going to fight you like they will normally, want to fight, because they're going to become independent. You're going to be able to give them choices to make, and it's going to help them to be able to actually see things. They believe that you're seeing things from their own, point of view, and you are also seeing things from their own point of view, and you are able to reach a compromise. So that is one of the things that you want to do with your strong-willed child. So part of what you can do today, like I said, is to help them grow independent. Help them grow independent. That's number one. Help them grow independent. Your children will be much, much, much more easier to manage a strong child that has skills. When you build skills for them, it's a lot more easier to handle them. For instance, our son, when you say this, because he does a lot, right? He does a lot, as regards essential skills, life skills. We don't have those power struggles. So part of what I'm sharing with you, part of what I have been able to do, with him, and also teach lots of parents when we have done sessions on parenting a strong-willed child privately for the past 3 years. In fact, I've had a particular one stationed right, that I've mentored for years. She's a teenager now, and we've been able to learn a lot of things to navigate. So you want to avoid power struggles by creating structures. Your strong-willed child is more prone to structures than any other child. When a child knows that there are structures and rules in place, the child is able to understand that, okay, this is not about mommy or about daddy, right? It's not about mommy or about daddy. The child actually know that, okay, my mom is this is the rule, this is the plan, this is the structure. Let me share a very vivid example. In my home, we have a structured, well-structured media plan. part of what we actually shared with you in the media plan guide was the media plan on how to create a media plan in your home. A lot of the structures and plans that I created because I know that I have a strong child, and I know that I need to put in a lot of structures. So part of that structure says when you can watch TV and when you cannot. Part of that media plan. If you don't have a copy, please ask for a copy. You can just say, I want the plan. I want any of the guides. You get a link to be able to have access to any of the guides. And, we realize that the struggle of, oh, I want to play, I want to watch TV, I want to do, doesn't happen in our home. Why? Because there's a structure put in place. You want to create structures with your strong-willed child. You want to be able to put these structures in place. You need to avoid these power struggles by putting structures and routines. Where there are routines, your strong-willed child is able to, function a lot more better, right? A lot more better. They are able to function a lot more better, right? So you need to avoid creating unnecessary power struggles, and then also do not use force on your strong-willed child. It will create a pushback. Your strong-willed child will fight, the pushback. They'll fight you because of the way they are. So the way they are created, they're going to fight you for every time you put out tips, whatever, and then they're going to just look at you right in the face and say to you, no, I'm not going to do this. So when you create force, you're giving them room for you to actually lose the authority that you should, have in your home. Now, let me say this. Authority is not force and control. Authority is respect and trust. You want to get your child to the point where they can respect you and trust you. So you don't want to also lose that authority on the basis of this force. On the basis of this force will just create a scenario that you do not want, right? So for you to avoid these power struggles, in fact, we created. I worked with a client and we created power phrases. We call them power phrases on dealing with the power on the strong-willed child. We created about 35 of these power phrases to help the strong-willed child, to help you understand some of the things that you need to say instead of this, right? So instead of giving, so I will share 5 examples, all right? Because time won't permit me to be able to share all these 35 phrases. And what we've done with these phrases is that we've put them into printable flashcards, right? That you can access. So we've actually had this product. Part of what we're doing in the recent times is making some of our products public, because we've seen that these products have become necessary for parents to work with. I have used this product with parents that I know I have worked with on one-on-one, and I was thinking, parents who are not working with me on one-on-one, who can have easy access to both these guides, this plan, these flashcards, and all the things that we are creating, could actually have them and work with them on themselves. Because I realized that there are people who can actually help themselves by themselves. So if you are in that category, you also want to get these cards. But let me share some of the contents of these cards that will help the strong-willed child. All right. One of the things that we say to the strong-willed child is, no, do it my way. But the truth is, when you have the strong-willed child, when you say something like, okay, I hear you, can you come up with a solution? I do that a lot to my son. And a lot of the times he's looking at me and then he's, looking at what he can do. All right. So asking your strong-willed child to come up with a solution places the responsibility back on them. So when you do that, the strong-willed child is stuck. All right. Yeah, the flashcards can be used for any age, right? The strong-willed child is stuck when you do that, when you give it back to them. For younger children, you could step back a bit and tell them, what do you think? So these flashcards are like reminders, all right? I have used them for a lot of parents. So they're like reminders. So I found out that a lot of the times when we share these things in classes, parents forget. But when we're able to give you something to remember these things, for, you are able to understand what is this, what you're going to do with it. So part of what we've done to be able to help parents is to create these things, into products that are reachable, that you can use. This particular, flashcards are for parents who are raising strong-willed children. And many times in many families, you find out that there is usually one person out of the two, right, that will want this whole, that will be a strong-willed child. So I was sharing phrases, from these cards that you can use for your strong-willed child. So you can say something like, "I hear you. Can you come up with a solution?" And the child. So when you place the responsibility back on the child, next time they are complaining, you need to ask them to brainstorm with you. Remind them that there are no wrong answers. That the sillier they are, the better. So it's fine. So it's something to help your strong-willed child to deal with it, right? So another thing you can do, another phrase that you can use is when your strong-willed child is fighting with something. "Oh, I just want to struggling." Tell your strong-willed child, "Oh, this is tough, right? All right. So come, let us figure it out together." When you do that, when your children are, digging into the hills, it's important to understand why. So this phrase helps reinforce the idea that you're on the same team and that you're working together on the same goal. Remember, your strong-willed child is looking for mastery. They are not the pushovers. They are not the everyday parents. They are not the parents, that you want to just, work with in any way. So what we've done is we created a course where we will be able to show parents, right? The course on raising the strong-willed child. And we created the course on parenting the strong-willed child. In this course, you're going to learn how to harness the positive side of this strong-willed child, how to discipline the strong-willed child. I have found that this is a key, in fact, is a key issue. So in our quest to discipline the strong-willed child, we are fighting, and the strong-willed child is suffering. Then we're not having results. All right. So a lot of the parents ask me, "You say you don't hit your children. You say you don't yell." I say yes, and they said it's because you don't have a strong-willed child. That's not true. In fact, having a strong-willed child helped me to come to the realization that welding the cane and just yelling up and down is not going to find me the solutions. And I've done this for years. My son is 10. When you see our son in the instant, you're going to say, "Oh, wow." So because we've been able to actually help him understand some of these things, using some of these phrases that I've shared in this flashcard. So this flashcard is printable. So we're talking about the course, and then we're going to show you also the positive phrases that you can use, using this. So you have, in this course, you're going to get the flashcards as well. Then you're also going to have positive affirmations for parents of strong-willed children, affirmations that I have used also. All right. And then also how you can deal with them in general. Because I said that 1 hour will never be enough for me to look at the whole aspect of a strong-willed child. Now, this course is going to take off on Monday, right? It is the first time ever we're launching this course. It's going to take off on Monday. And so we're opening it up for registration. This course is going to cost 10,000 naira, but between now and Friday, we're saying that there is a discount. There's a whooping 50% discount. So instead of 10,000, you pay 5,000 to be part of this class. Now, the flashcards cost you 1,000 naira. If you're part of the class, you will get the flashcards straight into your inbox without having to buy extra. But if you cannot afford the class, that's fine. Trust me. I'm telling you that you can actually, there are parents who can, work on some of these things, work on some of these things, on the things that I have shared and the things that are in these phrases. All you need to do is to get these materials, work on them, build these structures, and you will be good, right? However, the course helps you and walks you through the whole process, and also gives you access to me and also to the Alumni Academy, where we help parents every month share on different topics to also help them, alongside. So it's either you want the flashcard all right, which gives you just 1,000 naira for you to have it. It's 1,000 naira only in 24 hours. After 24 hours, it's going to enter into the line of our guides. Like I said, we have guides that we're building on. So it's going to enter into the line of our guides and become 2,000 naira. So if you're paying for the card, the flashcards in 24 hours, you have it, and is 1,000 naira, and you have access to it. You're going to have them right in your inbox on Friday. If you want to be part of the course, you do not need to get the flashcards differently. Affirmations, you're also going to get the flashcards for being part of that course. So practically, you're just being part of that course, helps you to get more access and also have this, access. The course is going to run right in the academy. The academy is online. All our academy is online. So if you want the flashcard, just write flashcards. All right. If you want flashcards, you can do flashcards. Right. If you also want the course, you can just say course. So that way we will be able to respond to you on exactly what it is that you want. There are also too many other phrases, right? So let me also share on another phrase, right? You can do another phrase like the transitioning moment. What do you need to do to be ready before we leave? Now, because you have a strong-willed child, the strong-willed child questions everything. So they drag their feet, they don't want to be there, they don't want anything that you're saying, and all that. So because of that, the strong-willed child is not even interested in a lot of the things that the routine. So you need to create this routine and make sure that they are involved. And for you to be able to change that, you need to change the phrases that you use for your strong-willed child. So, yes, I can see that there are a few questions. I have 10 minutes to go for us to go in this session. So, if you want a copy of the flashcard, the phrases raising the strong-willed child flashcards, it's easily accessible. All you need to do is to have them as a guide to be able to help you as you're journeying through your journey of parenting. Like I said, one of the things I have learned, over the this year is to understand that a lot of the times parents need to, help, just help. They need that handheld help that you can, help give them. And, some of these guys is just a prompter, a straightforward thing that will help you do the things that you need to do. All right. I can see a lot of I need the guides. Right. So I said if you need the guides, right, you can pay 1,000 naira, right, to the guides. We're going to send the old guides are 2,000 naira for each. The guides today, the flashcard today is 1,000 naira. That's all you need. All right. Thank you so much, Doris Chikezie. Those are words of the affirmation for our 5-year-old. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. If you have questions, I will take your questions as we go. At what age or month can one notice that he or she has a strong child? Funny enough, by the time your child is turning 2, you will know whether you have a strong child or not. So by the time you see your 2-year-old, you're going to see that, okay, I think I have a strong-willed child, right? So I have shared tips that will help you. Please, I have shared tips that will help you to recognize that you have a strong-willed child. If you're just coming in, you can watch this video again to understand what tips and the things that you can, use to know that you have a strong-willed child, right? Does a strong-willed child do things intentionally to upset the parents? For instance, peeing in certain areas in the house. So the strong-willed child, like I said, they're not just being difficult, right? They're not just being difficult. The strong-willed child just thinks that, this thing of, it's my way, I want to do it. Why do you want to tell me where to be? That's how the strong-willed child thinks. So it's not really about whether they just want to try you. No, they're not looking to try you. They're not looking to try you, please. They are just being, they are just being, yeah, as early as 18 months. Yes. Yes, you will know. They're just being children. All right. Whereas some strong-willed sons, more strong-willed sons, why are there some? Oh, yes. There are more strong-willed sons than there are of strong-willed girls. Yes, very, very true. Nature. Let me also say that hereditary will also, cause will also cause some of these things. If you're a strong-willed person and you're married to a strong-willed person, trust me, you're going to practically have a strong-willed child, right? Sometimes it can be that. Sometimes it might not be. So the makeup of the male child makes that even more common. So it is a proven research that more male children are more strong-willed than the female children. All right. So somebody said, please, can there be little trace of a strong-willed child in a compliant child? Yes. So some children, one of the things that has what that we are also saying is that. So let me also say that because the child is strong-willed doesn't mean that you're just going to let it's different from the guides. Yeah, the guides are some stuff. There are some guides that we have learned in the last weeks. We have learned 4 guides. Those guides, I'm going to send a link to you so that you will find the guide and then look at the guides that are important, necessary to you. The flashcards are for strong-willed children, the phrases that you need to replace to be able to raise a strong-willed child. So these are some of the things that you can do. So please, can there be, yes, Chinuade, yes. So like I said, there can be traces of a strong-willed child. So when a child, starts to learn, the truth is you need to teach your child how to, be part of the society. All right? How to be part of the society, because that is very, very, very important. So according to science, the way you think actually will affect the entire thing that you do. So you need to be able to understand some of these thought processes. Be able to understand what you're also saying, right, to the child per time, right? What you're also saying to the child. The course is on how to deal with a strong-willed child. That's what the course is on, right? How to deal with a strong-willed child. So this will help your strong. Those phrases that we've created in flashcards will help your strong. So you can print them, cut them in the way you want, do it the way you want it, and all that. So these phrases will help your strong-willed child learn along with others. Remember, your strong-willed child still needs to learn along with others. The fact that my son is strong-willed, he has also come to the point where he has realized that, okay, yes, I'm strong-willed and bossy, I want to lead and all that, but I still need to learn the skills to be able to fit into the society. So that's what we are doing, right? With the course, and the flashcard is just for you to create these phrases and work on them. The course is for us to show you how to positively raise this strong-willed child and take them to the next level where they need to actually see some of those things, all right, that they can. So the flashcard, you can start to use it from even when the child can understand you. Even when the child can understand you, right? As soon as the child can understand what you're saying, you can use these flashcards. So your child can understand these are phrases. Remember, I said the flashcard gives you, phrases for you to use, with your child while the situations pop up. So that you're not just thinking, okay, so all these things that they've said, how do I put it together? So what we've done with that guide is to help you. So the flashcard is to help you put this whole thing together. So if you want the flashcard, just write in the comment section, I need the flashcard. If you want the course, just write, I need the course. Because if you enroll for the course, you will have access to the flashcard. So you will not need to actually be, paying for the flashcard again, right? That's part of the bonus that you get. You also get access to the Academy alumni if you enroll for the course. The course is 10,000 naira. After Saturday, we will remove the promo. The promo price is 5,000 naira. We're doing a 50% rebate discount right now. So we remove the rebate after Saturday. The course takes off from Monday. The course is going to take place online, www.theintentionalparentacademy.com. That's where the course will take place. So you are going to have that course on www.theintentionalparentacademy.com. You have access to their video courses. Our courses are video courses and a few of tests. But usually I found that it's a lot more easier. I like to look at what works, a lot more. I don't want you to pay for a course and then you do not really have access or enjoy it. So if you want the course, just say I need the course. If you want just the flashcard, just say I need the flashcard. You're going to get details. If you also check through these conversations, you might have seen details shared right on the conversation. If you're watching me on YouTube, you might have seen this right on the conversation and you will be able to. So 10% discount on the cost till midnight of Friday. So by Saturday, 1 a.m., you get to pay 10,000 Naira. So please, if you want to be part of the course, you can take advantage. Between now and Saturday, you can pay to be part of that course. And we will, if you've ever attended any course in the TIP Academy, you will know that the kind of value that our courses give you is unprecedented. So in that course, like I said, you're going to get the flashcards and you are also going to get the affirmations, the 31 days affirmations for parents, that they can say to themselves. So all you require to do is either you can take this on the screen and you can take this, down here. All right, someone is still asking me how much the cost is. I said the cost is 10,000 Naira and there's a 50% rebate between now and Friday. Midnight of Friday, the cost reverts back to 10,000 Naira. So 50% you get to pay 5,000 Naira between now and Friday. This cost takes off on Monday. All right, it takes off on Monday. It's our first launch. It's our first launch of this course. I want to assure you something, yeah? If you take this course, you're going to find lots and lots of value, right? I can't spend 3 hours just teaching on how to raise a strong-willed child. If you're just starting to watch the video, you can go back to see and assess how your strong-willed child is and who your strong-willed child is. And if you are enrolling for the course again after the next launch, you can be sure that it's never going to launch at this price again. This will be the least price is going to launch, right? In videos, we can watch at our content. Oh yes, the course is online. You can check out at the academy, www.theintentionalparentacademy.com. The course can be taken at your pace, right? The course that can be taken at your pace. The course will be a 5-module course with different units of lessons, 5-minute videos under the unit. So you can take it at your pace, at your time. That's how our courses are, right? We will give you the instructions required and then carry you along. And if you have questions, you can also come over, to us. And then we now have a Q&A session after the course on Zoom, where we can now have conversations using the time that is convenient for most of the people. So our courses are all convenient. If you've ever registered on the academy, you will know that the courses are convenient. Nobody's going to pull you off from your seat and just get it. All right. So, all right. Yes, it's going to be. Thank you so much, Tobe. It's going to be on the website. So Tobe has just shared the website, so you can check out the website, and you are going to put it, see the things that we have on the website. For the record, this course has never launched on the website. It's going to start first thing Monday morning to launch for the first time ever, right? So after this time, this course will go high. I think there's a lot in the course that you're going to learn. And I remember some parents who took our course, Walking Your Child Through Puberty. They came back to me and they said, that is a whole school. 10 modules is a whole school. So when you see our courses, it is usually a whole school. So we're not going to give you the shabby job. Of course, if you've been on our webinars, you will know that our free webinars, even, if you work with it, you will be able to see a whole lot of things. So if you want, like I said, let me say that again. If you want the guides are different. If you want the guides, they are different. We've launched them, in the weeks past. and they are different. You can get a link to check out the guides and all the things that you need on the guide. Then, if you want the flashcards are also different, right? If you want just the flashcards, it's just 1,000 naira within 24 hours. You get a copy of the flashcards if you're raising a strong growth child. If you want the course, this course gives you access to the Academy alumni, also gives you access to the flashcard. So you're going to get the course, how to raise a strong growth child, how to discipline the strong growth child, how to, in the how-tos of the strong growth child, and also get these phrases. These flashcards are phrases on that you can use for your strong growth child. So these are some of the things that you are going to have. All right. I can't seem to see, and I said that the cost is only going to be this amount is 10,000 naira. You have a 50% rebate promo price between now and Friday. If you pay after Friday, you're going to pay 10,000 naira. This cost takes off on Monday morning, and you can take it at your pace. So we make sure that you do one module per week. So you can do it every day in 5 days. Is your choice, right? And then we also follow up. Is our responsibility to follow up and make sure that this course is something that you get. So, all right. So I don't think that I can see any of the questions again, and we are out of time. 2 minutes past this session. So if you want the flashcard, just say flashcard. If you want the course, just say course. You do not need to write flashcard if you write course, because you will get access to the course and the flashcard if you want the course. So that's my promo. That's one of the benefits you're getting for enrolling for the course. And I said that this flashcard is only 1,000 naira in 24 hours. After 24 hours, it becomes 2,000 naira. You can have them after 24 hours as well. All right. So we're trying to just build solutions that will help both me and you, because a lot of the times the questions we get are the things that are prompting us to be able to build these solutions that can help you to be able to put this in perspective. All right. I don't think that we have any other question. Thank you so much for being here with me every time. So for everybody who have written flashcard interested or whatever it is, I'm going to share details, and you can also find details right in the comment section on what to do. Thank you, everyone, and do have an amazing day.